a lot of it we lost our language because with the thing with the church and state saying don't speak the heathenistic language, so we're losing that language. Although we're starting to make some connections in the Baptist language and other stuff like that to make ourselves stronger. And I've seen rivers that used to dive 7 foot deep, and you could see 7 foot deep down the lakes. There was at a sandy bottom, and they even told me how to, like, was I don't know what the swan eggs, but that was another cultural practice when you go and take swan eggs, because we eat swans and we eat swan eggs, and there's a way that you know if it's a baby swan. So you put the swan egg in. If the egg sinks to the bottom, that's the one you take. If the egg floats, you put it back in the nest and you throw water over it, a cultural thing, so that the swan don't smell the human smell, and it'll go and eat those eggs. So it's all little things like this that a lot of our people are losing the cultural knowledge and understanding of land because of the way that the state is set up. A lot of it. I even said to what's his position there? I think that's correct. But anyway, I said it's just like us. I said if a couple of us and a couple of other boys got a sledgehammer each and walked down to the West Terrace Cemetery, and I said we smashed the headstone, what would we get? 20 years jail? So he looked at me and he said, or Minister for Aboriginal Affairs, he said, most probably would. Owen said. I said, well, how come you can go and dig up our people's bones and call it science? So that's what they have to do, and they take our people's bones and make it into science. So we've got a big case in that here that we need to bring everything together, and the only way we're going to do it is through unison with other Aboriginal claim groups. So we've got to start going exchanging there, and people like yourselves in the United Nations that stand up for people's rights. We need to do it. We need to do it fast, because otherwise there's going to be the impact's not only going to affect Aboriginal people, but it's going to affect every human being. Mm. You know, they're taking stuff like nuclear waste. Well, I'm involved with the Congress and stuff like that, where they're taking nuclear waste and want to bury it. Now, we all know that you've got the Great Artesian Basin, and we all know that stuff, even though it's low level, or what they say is low level, I don't know the levels of radiation, but if that radiation gets into the Great Artesian Basin, you might as well move.
Oh no, bottled water.
That's right, because it needs water, because that's the Great Artesian Basin. And we know that you've got to cool this stuff down, because this stuff has got heat.
From bottled water. Mm-hmm.
So we're getting temperatures now, maybe in the mid-40s. What happens when we get to the mid-50s? And that stuff is going to generate that heat out of our country, and they're going to do it in South Australia. So you know, this is other stuff we're looking at, because all this native title stuff and having that victory is a good thing, but there's more that we have to do. It doesn't stop there. The fight for us continues, and I think the fight is not only with Aboriginal people, but it's with other people like yourself, groups like you, coming together to support us. Mm. That we walk together in the unison, that we have the framework agreement and a treaty with one another. So we can have that with one another and with the state, whatever, once we set this up. And say, look, we are concerned about our environment. We are concerned about our native title food, which we have to take. Because, you know, you've got the high incarceration rate of Aboriginal people in the prison. Now, I keep saying to people, no one's going to kill the goose that lays the golden egg. They said, what are you talking about, Alan? I said, well, look, an Aboriginal person gets charged. The policeman gets paid. That person then goes into the courts. The judges and the lawyers get paid. That person then is incarcerated. Everyone in the prison system get paid. When he comes out, he's in the parole board. The parole board get paid. So they just using us as economic benefit. So with our human rights to say, well, hold on a minute, let's start using some of that money to go and put it into some positive areas where you're going to prevent it. And the only way we're going to do that is through through our rights, and I think that we, you know, because I've been looking at other stuff and I'm learning other stuff as I'm going along, is our Magna Carta rights. And that Magna Carta rights was given on the 19th day of February in 1836 by the King. And as you noticed that I said there, even the King himself got to come up because no man is above the law. Now we've got laws for our land that govern our land because, you know, any strong society, you need law. So until we get this and start working together, big industry, big companies are going to be coming in and riding roughshod over everyone. You know, but at the end of the day, I said, well, I'd like to have a debate with these people, and then when you have a big banquet after, we put down all the stuff, the food for the little man, we put it down. But all these big companies say, well, there's your table over there. When you pull the sheet back, you'll find oil, gold, diamonds, whatever. You eat that. But so this is where we need to be coming together, so that we can have a future not only for Aboriginal people, but for everyone. And I think that law is there for everyone, and like I say, with human rights, we need to be looking at it. You know, because another 5 years, 10 years, whatever, I could be dead. But who's going to take on the fight? Who's going to continue on the fight?
A question for you. You know that you're the right man from Tapioca.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna run for the Senate? You're not dead yet. You're gonna run for the Senate. Your family, you got family, you got people here. All these people have got families and a lot of votes here in the room. I think you, sir, might suggest, why not? The South Australian. Why not?
Well, I don't know. I can always give my
Don't
idea.
get shame now.
I can always give my idea.
Put the question out there, Uncle. That's all I'm saying. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a friend, I'm a sojourner from a different country.
Yeah.
But you've done good for your people, and you won in the High Court of this country. And the message is very loud and clear. So,
could I just counter that by saying Peter Garrett? Peter Garrett stood for everything that was spoken about tonight and then joined Parliament, and we've never heard a word since and nothing's come from him.
well,
I think Parliament does that. No, I think that's what Parliament does to people, though.
See, I think we got to set up our own. We got to set up our own.
I agree with that.
Yeah, because once you do
Your own
that,
government.
you set up your own government. You got your own, and that's what I'm saying. The only way to do it is through that Assembly of Elders, through that framework agreement, and a treaty amongst one another. So once we get that message out, for example, if I go to your country, I then come under your law protects me. You come to my country, my law protects you. And that,
I'm a visitor, folks. I'm a visitor.
And
You're the water of man in
Yes.
this country.
see, so what we do is if we go down that path, well then that way then we've all got to say in
We
what.
can work together.
Yeah, and that's the only way to do it. And that's through the framework agreement.
That's right, Uncle.
So, you know, no matter who you are, where you're from or whatever. And, you know, the wife's not going to go away, so he's going to be here, so he's got to be a part of it. But until they start including us in that decision-making processes, what needs to happen on our countries, well, I'm seeing a lot of devastation over there where I come from at the moment. I actually went down for a ride with another brother boy of mine, and we went down, we had a look at someone's shack. They got built a shack there. And he said, oh, peaceful and quiet. And I'm observing it, and I said, yeah, it's peaceful and quiet. I said, but what's missing? 5 minutes went by. He said, what's missing? I said, listen. I said, there's no life. Now the farmer that they leased the land out to has moved the water, so therefore there's no native thing. I said, did you see a crow or bird on the fence? Did you see a lizard or a snake across the road or anything? I said, no. I said, because you've got to have water. So So you see the changes taking place, and sometimes it can take place very subtly. And you know, like I've been a fisherman most of my life. I've seen the changes in the sea. I've seen it change. I've seen, you know, where there was, I used to see little seahorses. You don't see that. The water's starting to get warmer. So everything is changing, forever changing. You know, and I said until we start trying to do something about it, it can go for the worst, because once you get to a point, there's a point where you've got no return. And we can't allow things to happen that way. And, you know, I'd be proud to go and speak to my people and talk to, you know, because you're my people, you know. Even though we're from a different camp, we're still my people. And so
All of these others here too.
yeah, well, same thing, yeah, everyone. Because if we do this together, we can make that changes, and this is what we're talking about. And